I don't like cooking shows that are really super long and a bunch of talking's going on during the video. I just want to see how it's done. Do it now. I'm always like, get to it. So that's what I'm going to try to do for you. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I make one of my very favorite meals. It's steak and what I call steak and burnt butter eggs. So the first thing you do is get an old cast iron skillet out, preferably a dirty one if you're lucky enough to have one, a little bit dirty. Here's mine, and of course I've already gone because I don't want to take forever to do this video. What you do is you get that pan out, you put it on the oven, you turn it up pretty high, and then I like to put a little bit of bacon grease and a little bit of lard, about 50-50, half and half, in that pan, and get her really, really hot till you think, man, it's starting to smoke, it's going to catch fire. And that's when you throw in your steak. Throw in your steak, you turn it down to about medium, and then I put my timer on for 5 minutes. I take my old pizza pan and I put it on the top, like that, and that helps to heat the whole thing up. After 5 minutes, you flip that steak, and you can see a little bit. I put about, I guess you'd say 2 restaurant pads of butter, basically, about that size. It don't matter. Sometimes I use a lot more, sometimes I don't. It doesn't matter. Put that on the steak. And that's not really to do a whole lot with the steak. It has more to do with the fact that it slowly melts and runs down over the steak and into the pan, and it starts burning. That's the burnt butter part. But we don't really need that flavor on the steak. I'm fine just cooking the steak with nothing on it, just a fried steak. But the eggs, I like the eggs to be flavored a certain way, and that butter is part of that. So let me finish this steak up, and we'll start on those eggs. Alright, my steak's finished. So, now I'm going to take it, make sure all that juice, anything left on the top, falls into that pan, and throw that steak on a plate. This is hard to do with just one hand. Okay, so then you want to start putting your eggs in there. I also, sometimes people call this a pan scramble. It's I scramble them right in the pan. If you drop some of your shell into there, don't worry about it. See right there, it's a little piece of shell on top of that yolk. That's just fine, won't hurt a thing. See, there's another one. That's actually got a lot of calcium in it. It's good for you. I'm going to do 4 eggs. Sometimes I wish I had more. Sometimes I make too much. I never know exactly how much I'm going to want. Okay then, to pan scramble. Take and pop your yolks. Put some salt on there. Good bit. You want it to taste good, don't you? This salt comes out kind of slow. Then you want to put some pepper on there. I like to really pepper it. Really a lot of pepper. That's good. That's good. Then you just start scrambling in the pan. See, it's a well-seasoned pan. It's just like non-stick. It's seasoned so well. You got a little bits of meat and stuff in there. That is exactly what you want. And that burnt egg is going to turn that egg into something that looks just gross. But I'll tell you what, man. You go ahead and try it once, and oh my God. If you're anything like me, you're going to be hooked on that. The burnt scrambled egg. The burnt butter scrambled egg, man. The egg's not actually burnt. It's the butter that we burnt. And I'll tell you what, it tastes really good. I've eaten these for years, and so far they ain't killed me. So I'm not going to tell you they're a healthy thing to eat, but I can tell you this, they are a delicious thing to eat. Alright, let's keep this going. This will eventually take up every bit of that butter and grease, or pretty close to it. Alright, Once you get that scrambling done, take it out of the pan, put it on the plate. You're gonna have a little bit of gravy now. And I tell you what, man, I dip my steak into that grease, and I mean to tell you, that is remarkable. Yeah, I don't even know how to. I mean, it's heaven. It's heaven. I love it. And if you don't, well, something's wrong with you. You need to go see the doctor. All right, so there you go. That's one of my very favorite meals. I got to eat. I'll see you later.